Generally speaking, sanders are great tools for sanding. Can you imagine our fate sanding wood and general body works without these machines? The pace and quality of work these machines help us achieve are worth every cent on its purchase. However, they all are not engaged in the same manner. Considering the intent of their production, they are designed to carry out varying functions. While some are for aggressive and rough sanding, some are about giving the best finish required for the job. Belt sanders, palm sanders, orbital sanders, and drum sanders, among others, are designed to be used in line with their peculiarities. This is particularly important for sanding hardwood floors. Concerning the varying delivery of these sanding machines, let us discuss how to use drum sanders. In passing, we will discuss safety precautions, as well as other sanders for similar jobs. What's about the drum sander? Used while you are on your feet, the drum sander is designed for floor sanding. Its importance as a major tool for sanding especially rough floors cannot be overemphasized. In our opinion, the drum sander, orbital sander, and the edger are the most important for sanding wood floors. For the drum sander, this is considering how it ultimately leaves a surface smooth and even. The size and function of the drum sander would not allow it to work close to the walls. To deal with this inability, the edger is a great option. This is because the edger allows you to work close to the walls and items around it. How do you use a drum sander? There is no one-size-fits-all approach to using sanders. Let us examine some of the ideal ways to use drum sanders. Firstly, let us address the object to be worked on. Largely, the type of floor wood should influence the kind of sander you should use. Furthermore, the state of the wood is as well important. If the surface of your wood is not too uneven, you might have to use a less aggressive sanding machine. Equipment such as the orbital sander should pass for simple finish sanding. We only recommend drum sanders when you need something with a little more aggressiveness. Other than that, stick to less intense sanding equipment. In that light, let's walk you through the kinds of wood floors. 1. Solid tongue and groove wood. Majority of woods used for flooring falls under the solid tongue and groove category. It is durable and great at resolving issues such as shrinking. This wood product comes in varying thicknesses. However, they never exceed about 1 inch. Aside from their long lifespan, they have an edge considering how they can be sanded lots of times. The thick wear layer of this wood is a major reason this is possible. If the wood's condition allows it, the drum sander can be conveniently used on this kind of wood. 2. Factory finished wood. These products are usually completed by the manufacturer. At the point of purchase, all that is required is room-sized installation. This is because they have been stained and finished by the manufacturer. This is one edge it has over the site-produced wood floors. Furthermore, some brands factor in the possibility of extreme humidity and moisture. As a result, the synthetic wear layers are designed to deal with these extreme conditions much better. Also, the cost of installation and cleanup is reasonable. This is because almost all the work is done by the manufacturer. However, these products do not have a wear layer as thick as site woods. As a result, you do not have the luxury of sanding as intense as you would handle the solid tongue and groove wood. If you must use the drum sander, it should only be engaged when needed. This procedure might not be repeated more than twice. Furthermore, using the adjustable features, you need to cut down on the aggressive ability of the drum sander. However, the less aggressive orbital sander is more suited for this type of wood. This is especially if the job is simply a light finish. 3. Engineered wood. These types of wood are designed to look like very solid wood. However, they are very light and detachable. The engineered wood consists of a few layers of glued wood with a very thin wear layer. A major advantage of this product is the ability to deal effectively with moisture. Although the layer is very thin, its man-made components are designed to retain moisture very well. If you must carry out sanding on the product, we recommend it is only once. This wood is not best suited for consistent sanding. Also, you should sand mildly whenever you work on this sort of wood. Except absolutely required, the drum sander is not the best suited sander for this type of floor. 4. Vinyl wood. This is absolutely a synthetic product. Unlike engineered wood that is made from real wood, the same does not apply to the vinyl floor. As a result, it cannot undergo the sanding process. How do you use the drum sander effectively? 1. Avoid divot marks. In using this machine, you should be cautious about leaving divot marks. These are sort of big scratches or ditches as a result of excessive sanding on a spot. They are also referred to as stop marks. At around 130 pounds, the weight of the machine demands that you are well planned in movement. This is also considering the aggressiveness and pace of the equipment. Furthermore, the appropriate positioning of the sanders to the ground is of the essence. If this is not observed, two things will likely happen. 1. The sandpaper can eat deep into the ground, causing a divot mark. On the other end, it could also mean that you are not sanding at all. These scenarios are considering the proximity of the sandpaper to the ground. Either it is too close or too deep into the wood floor. When using this equipment, you must make sure you are not doing any of the two extremes. This will require the appropriate body positioning and the proper use of the adjustable lever. 2. Sanding in line with the grain pattern. Except for the orbital sander, you need to factor in the grain patterns while sanding. Adherence to this will do two major things for you. First, it ensures you have a clean job. This is because alignment with the natural patterns would not give the finish an awkward look. Furthermore, it is easier to sand in line with the grain patterns. This way you encounter less raised grains and waste. This is because the sanded pieces of wood will not be opposed to the direction of the drum sander or edger. 3. Get a wide range of sandpaper grit. The process of sanding the floor requires unusual sizes of grit. Depending on the condition of the wood, you might go as low as 40 grit. This is not usually the same as other kinds of sanding. Because of this, make sure you have a wide range of sandpaper grits. This saves you the trouble of searching for them at an awkward period. 4. Kick off in the right manner. Thanks to technological advancement, these pieces of equipment come with useful features. One of these features is lever adjustment. With this feature, you can lower the sandpaper to the floor's surface. As with many other kinds of sanders, it is inappropriate to start the machine outside of your workpiece. This is because of the adverse effects of having the lever at floor level before active use. If this happens, the chances of having the divot or stop mark are very likely. Depending on the intensity of the mark, some of them may be impossible to readdress. To avoid this possibility, ensure the lever is lowered until it is set for use. Also, do not switch on the machine before plugging it into the power source or socket. You should take one step at a time. First, connect the cords, afterward, plug the wire to the socket or power source, next, use the lever feature appropriately. 5. Take the dust bag seriously. Compared to most sanders, these machines usually come with a large-sized dust bag. This is considering the large pile of scraped wood and dust that would be sanded in the process. You should pay attention to the state of the bag before use. This is majorly about your safety. Check to see if the bag is not torn or worn out somewhere. Depending on the way it is attached to the machine, make sure there are no loose ends. 6. Use eye protection. Although the dust bag does a great job trapping dust and scraped wood, do not leave out eye protection. You do not want flying dust particles getting into your eye. To avoid this, eye protection is necessary and should not be left out. Some people use any type of sunshade for this purpose. This might do a great deal, nonetheless, it is not wired for this purpose. For this reason, you should use the appropriate Google for the sanding process. 7. The respirator. You should make use of the respirator while sanding. The amount of dust and scraped wood the drum sander deals with is enormous. Considering this, you should protect your nose from these dusty particles. This is very important as exposure to these woods and the chemicals used in processing them are highly toxic. To stay safe, do not leave out the respirator. 8. Ear protector. Some of these machines can be loud. The motors required for effective performance may demand that they are beyond the safety range for humans. Taking this into account, do not use this equipment without an appropriate ear protector. Especially given the non-physical impact of violating this rule, some woodworkers are not particular about adhering to this. You should not act in that manner. Wear an ear protector before using the drum sander and every other sander. 9. Knee protector. The drum sander works exclusively on the floor. From picking off nails, emptying the dust bag, to other things, you will need to get on your knee. Considering this, getting an appropriate knee protector is a great thing to do. Conclusively, the sanding process is a strategic procedure. In this video, we have addressed the use of the drum sander. By now, you already know that the drum sander, edger, and orbital sander are the three main sanding equipment for wood floors. Also, do not take the use of the eye, ear, nose, and knee protection for granted. As trivial as these items may seem, they save you from paying medical bills. If you've enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell so you'll know once we post a new video. Also, drop a comment below so we can know your thoughts. Finally, don't forget to check the description below for more details and visit our site www.zimsanders.com for more awesome sander and sanding contents like this.